Welcome. In this video, we're going to talk about Hillary Clinton's attempt to destabilize the cryptocurrency market and why she might be trying to do that. So let's get into it. The technician here, and you can see that what she said is that crypto could destabilize nations, undermine the dollar's reserve currency status, and she's calling for nation states to monitor the rise of cryptocurrency. I'm going to read to you exactly what she said, which is right here. And here it is. One more area that I hope nation states start paying greater attention to is the rise of cryptocurrency, because what looks like a very interesting and somewhat exotic effort to literally mine new coins in order to trade with them has the potential for undermining currencies, for undermining the role of the dollar as the reserve currency, for destabilizing nations, perhaps starting with small ones but going much larger. That's what Clinton said during a panel. And the question is, why might she do that? Does she really believe this? Because you got to remember, back in 2013, cryptocurrency was fake internet money. Now, all of a sudden, in 2021, we're talking about cryptocurrency that can destabilize nations. And one of the things we should think about is, how is most Bitcoin, say, bought? How are most cryptos bought? Well, they're bought using USDT, Tether. And that really magnifies or really helps boost the dollar's prominence. And this is something China has realized a long time ago, hence why they're coming out with their own cryptocurrencies. So, in fact, Hillary Clinton, I think, is completely wrong. But why might Hillary Clinton do that? Is she trying to perhaps collapse the price of crypto to make money off it? Well, let's see what she's done in the past. So, back in the 1970s, she made a pile of money trading. And if we look at this article, this is right here on Wikipedia. I'm just going to summarize this for you guys. In 1978, basically within a year, Hillary Clinton managed to take $1,000 account and turn that into $100,000 roughly. And during that time, she traded cattle futures. And she made a killing. Just think about yourself. Have you managed to turn $1,000 into $100,000? And the answer is probably, for 99% of people, no. Not even in crypto. So Hillary Clinton knows how to buy low and sell high. And if we take that model, perhaps she's trying to load up on Bitcoin. Who knows? This is just pure speculation at this point. But let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart now and see where this could be going. So here we are. I have a daily chart of Bitcoin pulled up. And what I want you guys to pay attention to is, the feeling that the YouTube's having as a whole right now, or just people in general, that crypto is currently crashing. And what I'm here to say is it does not look like that. So here, if we look at the last week of price action, obviously Bitcoin came and we've seen it almost touch the $69,000 handle. And since then, since November 9th, it's sold off. And right now we're sitting at $59,000, which doesn't look bad at all. It's like a 20% drop in Bitcoin's price after a huge rally in October. And but what I want to do here is figure out, where's Bitcoin likely to go next? And to do that, we got to do a little bit of technical analysis. So stick with me here, guys, and we are going to put some price predictions on Bitcoin, and we'll see how these work out in the coming weeks. So what I want to draw your attention to here first is, you can see I'm just going to highlight this on the chart. We had this massive run up, and this is basically through October. And then we had this pullback, and at this time, everybody was thinking crypto could be crashing. But I want you to pay attention specifically to this. You can see that Bitcoin pulled back to this orange line. That orange line is called the 20 EMA. And since it pulled back there, it rallied up, and this is where we got our new all-time highs. And then we had the crypto pull back. Let's just take a look at the last time a similar pattern to this happened, guys. So if I scroll back on the chart here, and if we kind of look at this area here, what did we see happen? You can see the similarities in price. We had the price pull back. This was kind of just beyond the 20, and then we pulled back to this purple line, which is the 50, and we managed to put in some new highs, and then the price came down. I want you to pay attention to this sell-off, and I want you to pay attention to this sell-off. It's very similar. And look at how this went down. We had one push down, we had a rally up, another push down, right? Let's take a look at this. We had a push down, a rally up, a push down. And then in both cases, the price went up after that. And then we had this strong push down here. Boom, we had a nice strong push down here. So we can start to see how these patterns are very similar. Let's pay attention to what happened in this next pattern. You can see it did push past that purple line, which is the 50 EMA, to just below this line here. So if I were to draw a straight line here, boom, you can see now the similarity between this red line and this yellow line. Stick with me on this. It's going to get super important. And what we've seen Bitcoin do at this time was we rallied up basically to the 50% point of this move, and then we had this sell off. So, boom, that's roughly that 50% point on that move. And if we think about this, we're rallying here, the same thing off of this yellow line. So there's a pretty good chance that we can see Bitcoin back up to 62,000. The question is, are we going to go from that 62,000 point roughly higher to new all-time highs? And that is one scenario that may play out and possibly our best case scenario. But what we could also see is after we kind of get this move up here to this general area, this 60,000, 62,000 area, is another push down. Now, if that happens, the question is, what do we look for if that happens? Because any one of these two scenarios can play out, and we want to have a game plan if that happens. So let's come up with our playbook if that happens. Overall, if I scroll out on this, what's the trend on Bitcoin? I mean, it's going up. It's clear as day that right now we have this uptrend in play. So that's what we want to continue playing. You can see we have this leg up, we get a push down, and then we get another leg up. Just a beautiful uptrend series of higher highs, higher lows. And if this is going to stop, where is it likely to stop? If we do see this leg down here off of this. And what we want to look at here is this. So we get this line here, and you can see what happened when we rallied through this level here. The next pullback that we had, the deep pullback, came back down to here, which lined up nicely with this level that we are just looking at, that red line. And if we kind of take that same approach here, that's going to put us into, I'm going to draw a rectangle on this, guys. This will be our zone of execution, and that's going to put us really up into this area. Let me click on that. I'm going to change the color of this for you so it's just easier to see. Let's make it orange. There's our area. We're looking at that 50 to 53,000 roughly for some easy numbers. 50 to 53,000. This becomes our zone of execution. So if we do see Bitcoin continue to, rally and then sell off down here, then we're going to look for buying opportunities here. But we don't just want to look for buying opportunities in that area because we had some previous price action like that. We want another reason to get in if that scenario happens. So let's look at that. So what have we seen in this rally up? So we had this series of higher highs, higher lows, boom. Here we are. We can all see that. So the next thing we want to draw your eye to is here. Let's look at this blue line. You can see the pullback here went to this blue line. That's the 200-day moving average. You can see here the second time that we had that big pullback, we also went to this 200-day moving average. And the price just pushed past it a little bit, and then we got that huge rally out of it. So it becomes likely that this blue line that we see right here, we're going to want that supporting the price in this area. And that can give us a nice opportunity to get long. So if we see this price come down here, and then we see this blue line here come up and we're inside of this zone, that could be an excellent area to start loading up on Bitcoin. Now that's two reasons to get in. If we see those two things line up, now we want one more thing. If we can get one more thing to line up, we have three reasons to potentially get in that trade if it happens. So let me show you that third reason. Here's that third reason. This is a trend line. So all we're doing is connecting these lows, boom, boom. You can see we have a nice trend line in play. This is also following the slope of this 200 period moving average. So now we have it. Now if this 200 period moving average can continue moving at the rate it's moving, and we get this trend line plus our 200 period moving average plus this reversal zone here, this is our zone of execution, then that becomes a great reason to get in the trade. Now, with anything price action, when we're trying to get into trades, we can see price kind of come up just above the area or just break it just below that area of execution and then reverse out of it. And that's where being able to read the market is critical to help increase profitability of trading. So if you guys are looking to be able to do things like that, make sure to join the Discord. The link is below. That's a community of traders. There's like 90 of us in there at the time of this recording. So You want to help increase your profitability, that's a great community to do it in. So make sure to join up, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you like this kind of channel, this kind of content. So this is going to wrap it up for me, guys. Good luck trading, everyone. I'll see you in the next video.